Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. I'm Ben, and it's time for another house update. We've had a lot going on here. Okay, for those of you new to our channel, we are remodeling what we thought was a 1960s home when we bought it. And when we pulled back the paneling and did some research, or further research, we found out this house is the oldest house in the holler and was built in the 1860s, remodeled in the 1960s, 70s. Second story was cut off with a chainsaw, brought down, expanded out, but it needed a lot of work. So as you can see behind me, we have taken this thing down to the studs and beyond. Actually, it went well beyond the studs. We put in a new beam. We found out that there was no weight on the trusses, so all the weight was on the outside walls. So we are grateful that we stripped it down, and the electrical that was in the walls was very, very unsafe. So that is all going in new as well. So for those of you that have been following along, let's go through and I'll show you some of the new stuff. We can see down here in the flooring, all of our plumbing is now done. Well, okay, done inside the house. The drain lines are done. All the water lines are hooked up to where we can now put in the faucets and all that. But that water has not been turned on, and I'll show you in just a minute why and where we're at with that. But we've got our friends Billy and William from Permapastures Farm that have been helping us with the electrical. So they have gone about as far as they can with it. Let me show you here. We've got the new panel in, and the reason that they can't do much more is that we are waiting for the HVAC folks. They told us it was going to be a week from the time that we ordered it, and lo and behold, it's going to be a couple weeks more, and it's been a week since we ordered it. But anyway, hot panel. Got our brand new panel in. We have got the new wire that runs under the floor outside, and I can show you right out the window here. Right out there is our meter box. It is a newer meter box because the old one is old knob and tube, and this is actually the old meter box, and it's sticking outside of the bricks. I mean, look at this. That's how they had it. So we've got new properly done wiring in the house, and again, the plumbing is set. We're actually coming in we're running a brand new 1-inch PEX line from our well house all the way down here, came in through the floor here and across. We got our washer and dryer. We now have a shutoff inside the house that we can reach. The old shutoff, we would have had to crawl under the floor. I don't know, just doesn't make sense. You had to crawl under the floor and turn it off, and the valve that was in there was just completely shot. So when we were doing work and trying to shut off the water, we couldn't. It was just spraying everywhere. So anyway, so mudroom, laundry room, dog wash station. It's going to be so good. So nice to be able to block the dogs in when they're all muddy. Because right now, you know, anytime we come in the RV, as we're still in the RV, gotta wipe the dogs off, and it's still a muddy, muddy mess. And we're getting into that season now. But the other bathroom, or the plumbing down under there, and you can still see some of the great big rocks that we're not able to carry out, and those were the old foundation stones from the old fireplace, as we are actually standing right in the middle of what used to be the fireplace that sadly we were not able to save and recover. It wasn't safe. There was, I don't know, probably what, 4 feet of soot and ash piled up in there. And one more thing that we're grateful that this place didn't catch on fire, because we did light a couple of fires in the wood burning stove. So let's see, what else do we have going on? We've got the electrical, we've got the plumbing, electrical, like I say, as far as we can possibly go right now, because that without the HVAC in, as Billy says, those guys are inflexible. It's got to go where it has to go. Wiring can go around it. He's got the flexible end of the deal, but the heat pump will go up there. That old split unit is coming down. If it's salvageable, it'll go in my shop. Maybe, we'll see. But we'll run the tubes across and run it down both ends of the house, and it'll be just like a regular AC unit, only it's a mini split central line. But anyway, let's see. Okay, what else can we work on? Hopefully we can do some of the insulation on the outside walls, because that should not get in the way of the HVAC, but we want to make sure before we go to that trouble and have to pull it down. That wouldn't be any good. And one of the other things that we're trenching for is, this will be the master closet, as you may or may not recall. Squeeze through the boards here. Up in here is where our router will be. So the internet will hook through here. We're going to run a line up, across, whoop, lost you there, down to that corner. And let me take you outside and tell you and explain why we're doing that. So it's coming along. Not as fast as we'd like, but we're making progress. And again, for those of you that are new here, we had 5 or 6 different contractors say, hey, yeah, we can do this. That'd be great. We'll be out, give you an estimate, and didn't show up, or did show up and then said, okay, we can get started next week. Never showed up. And there's Katie. Kate, get in the pen. Go. Brat. So, okay, so you can see right there where that piece of concrete is up. That's where we came in with the water line and trenched up the hill. You can see it's still exposed. The little red barn, that's our well house. So that still has to be hooked up, but everything has to go in order here, because we do still do our laundry in the house. So we need the old water heater hooked up. We're putting in a new tankless water heater, propane powered, but we can't hook that up. We can't hook the water up to the well and go to the water heater, the new water heater, because we're still doing the laundry. So we need the old water heater, and that's on the old lines. The old copper lines are just going to be completely gone. It'll all be PEX. It was a mix of PEX and copper, and it's been a mess. So anyway, back to the internet. So we're going to come down the wall here. Pardon the mess, it's construction. And across. And what will also be in the well house is a switch. Because working from home, and yes, we are homesteading, and I am putting in probably close to 50 hours a week and a full-time job. So, if you think you can't do this, you can. You can. It just, some days are more frustrating than others, because you want to get so much done and just not enough hours in the day. Getting some wind. I hope that you can still hear me. So the well house will hook up the water, and we'll have a switch in here. And then we've got some direct bury cable. You can see the black pipe we're just using as an additional barrier to protect the internet line. But to the point of me working from home, to have separation of work, home life, balance, work, separation. Out in the shop, we are putting in an office, and so I need to have internet out there, and I have to have reliable internet. We were really worried about latency issues in doing a direct line out, and so we decided we would just, we would run our own cable, it's about 200, I believe, 230 feet from the shop to the well house, and then about 170 feet from the well house to the house where our main router will be. We talked to the internet company. They would come out and do it for us for $700 plus an additional $70 a month for having basically 2 internet, two internet sites, not sites. What am I looking for here? Two services at the house, one in the shop, one in the house. And, you know, we did this ourselves between the black pipe that we're putting in and the cable and all that. We're into it for about 200 bucks. Done. We had an extra switch. We might get another router, might find an inexpensive one to have out in the shop, because as it would be, I would just hook in directly for my work. But if I wanted to run an Alexa or, you know, a TV or something out there when I'm working in my shop, I wouldn't be able to do that without unhooking the computer. So why do all that when we can get another router? But anyway, I think that's about the most update we've got at this moment. Waiting on the HVAC for the electrical, and the electrical's kind of waiting on, well, no, he's not waiting on the plumbing at all. The plumbing's done, like I said, as much as it can be. So I don't know, hurry up and wait. I got to get a hold of the HVAC guys now and find out exactly when they're going to be here. And if they can't be here any sooner than 2 weeks from now, I want them to come out and tell me what walls can we insulate, what's not going to be in their way, because we need to be making progress. We are looking at snow on Thursday, if you can believe it. Low is going to be 30 degrees, and that house is uninsulated, and that house has water in it, so I really don't want to have any bursted pipes, as that did happen last winter. So, all right, what else? I think you guys are completely up to date. Billy is also working on some electrical out in my shop for me, because we need to move the old fridge and freezer from the house out to the shop where it's going to be permanently located. And there's just, we have an electric line out there, and I had one plug out there that I wired up, and I am not an electrician. So he's given me some guidance and some help with that. And that's, we are so grateful for them. They have been so amazingly helpful and knowledgeable, and patient with all of our timing delays and everything. So, all right. From me and the Rooster at the Renewed Homestead, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, be good to each other. God bless, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.